Well, the unthinkable happened. When you're on vacation halfway around the world with your big fancy flash, my AD600 fell in the pool. Had a big softbox on it. There's no wind at all, like no wind at all. And I swear it was like this thing just hopped across the wood here all the way into the pool. It was like something pushed it. It was weird. Some weird force. Anyway, and I held it and water was pouring out of it, out of the vents and everything. Jeez, and I dried them off, and I wasn't gonna do anything till I made sure it was dry. The inside of the window here, the window had all those water beads in it, so there was definitely moisture in there. So I let it sit for a day. The battery's shot. The battery doesn't do anything. You push the button, the lights don't go on. You charge it, nothing happens, so the battery's dead. It's shorted out. But luckily I have another battery. Anyway, so I let it sit for a day, and then I actually unscrewed some of the panels and let it air out some more. And I put a hair dryer. Kara's gave me the idea to use the hair dryer, so I put the hair dryer in the vents, put it in one hole, and it started coming out of this one. And so as I was blowing the hot air through there, I could see the beads of water on the window and the ends caught in the inside there were starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So I could tell that it was sucking out some of the moisture out of here, and I was just standing there for like an hour just blowing it out with the hot air. And then I let it sit overnight, and then the moment of truth, the next morning, put a battery on, turned it on, and it lit up. The LCD screen lit up, and you can still see marks on there. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there is still watermarks on that LCD screen. So then I hooked up my camera with the trigger, and I triggered it, and it flashed. It flashed. It still works. And that was 3 days ago, and I've done 3 days of shooting since.
Woohoo! Hot diggity!
And my AD600 is back to working again. Unbelievable. So if that's not a testimony for how great and rugged these things are, this fell in the pool. It was soaking wet, had water all through it. And now it's working again. The strobe works, the flash, everything works. It's amazing. Thank God I had an extra battery. But yeah, I don't know how many other flashes could do that. AD600 by Godox, Flashpoint Explorer 600. Fell in the pool and it works. Wow. All right. Life goes on.
Woohoo!